What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfella. We back with the boxing clinic. Some nighttime grind talking. Apparently, Brandon Rios and Danny Garcia talks are heating up once again. Danny Garcia was asked in an interview I dropped on the Boxing Clinic Facebook page. AB Boxing News, shout out to him. He had an interview. Asking Danny Garcia about the Brandon Rios rumors. He kind of, swerved and said, I'll fight anybody. It's the classic, bring on whoever. And basically, the whoop-de-blam. And he knows he's in negotiation with Brandon Rios if these rumors are true. And I believe they're true. I did a video about 2 months back about this fight. And they was talking about it's heating up then. And then they wanted to do Collazo. It was all Puerto Rican out fair. And what Puerto Rico's going through now, that fight makes sense. And I guess they could have did part of the weigh-in or some of the live gate tickets could have went to, to Puerto Rico to help them with relief, or they could have did some type of, fundraiser the week of the fight. It made sense, but Collazo injured himself, and then he was linked to Earl Spence, so I don't know. But these talks are heating back up. Shout out to Boxing Ego, Ego Rumor Mill. I knew, before I listened to that here talking and just him saying it kind of solidified that this might come to fruition. This might, materialize. And, it is what it is. We know what type of a dude Danny Garcia is in his career now. He felt like he fought in all the tough competition coming up, which he did. He felt like he paid his dues. He felt like he can move how he want to move. He is totally tuned out the outside voices. His dad is probably his supreme matchmaker. He approves everything, and then we give slack to Leo Santa Cruz. You gotta give slack to Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia will fight anybody. He has no real weakness other than leg movement and cutting the ring off. He sucks at that. But as far as if a guy punched too hard, that's not a thing. He got one of the best jaws in the game. He got one of the best poker faces in the game. Not once did you see him wince versus Matisse. You didn't see him wince. He kept a poker face normal, and handled business as usual. He's Philly tough. But him facing Brandon Rios, Puerto Rican versus Mexican, man, it's just like Brandon Rios' name doesn't even ring bells outside of 135 and barely 140, where he did a little bit of work versus Mike Alvarado. He was good at 135 because he had a weight advantage over everybody. That's about it. But definitely this ain't a fight that's you gonna mark your schedule on. There's no talk, so we're gonna be on the undercard. But this ain't something that you want to look forward to. We all would have accepted the Sean Porter and Danny Garcia affair. But Garcia knows something that we don't know. And I think he's going to be Keith Thurman's tune-up when he come back, because Keith Thurman's probably spending a lot of money paying his bills in Florida and living it up over there and wherever the fuck he in Nepal, in Asia, wherever it is. So he ain't going to be able to get a tune-up with making a couple $100,000, $600,000, $700,000. He need $1 million fight. And he need a CBS $1 million fight. And that multi-million-dollar fight. And the guy that brings the most money is either Sean Porter or Danny Garcia. And the tune-up fight, the easier fight is Danny Garcia. So I think Danny Garcia already knows that he has a Keith Thurman fight lined up at the top of first quarter of 2017, or, Keith Thurman's second fight. I said Keith Thurman need to fight 4 times next year. He fought once for the last 2 years. He needs to fight 4 times next year. That's on him. If he wants to do that, if he want to be one fighter a year, these guys want to be Mayweather and Pacquiao so bad, dog. They really do. They want to be where they at without putting in the work. And I can't stress that enough on my channel. You have to put in real work. Beating okay guys, it's cool. But you got to be elite competition and elite type fights. You have to win 50-50 fights. You have to win the big boy. He got to fight Earl Spence. He got to fight Terrence Crawford and get that respect and be able to move how Keith Thurman wants to move. And that goes for all of them. Keith, Earl, Terrence, being the unified champion in 140, you gets no play. It's a good feat. But you ain't like you was a unified champion when Devin Alexander was there, Timothy Bradley, Amir Khan, Victor Ortiz, Lucas Matiste, Kotelnik, Juan Urango, Timothy Bradley. Did I say him already? I mean, that was a Lamont Peterson. That was a real division. That was a real deep division. Kendall Hall, you know. Now, if you the king of kings of that division, Danny Garcia. Now, if you the king and the boss of those divisions, then being unified, undisputed champion, that sounds good. Marcos Madonna. I mean, that was a hot division. It's one of the deepest divisions in boxing history. 1 through 10 was smacking. Now, if you the unified, undisputed champion of that division, then you call your shots. Then they got to come see you. But you got to earn those rights. And all these guys are at that path in their career. But we'll see what's going on. We gone.